Hi everybody, Mike here, or the obsessive compulsive gamer, bringing you a high level gathering guide. We're gonna do a little mining and a little botany here. I'm hovering over the gear that I've got for my miner. I think my total stats are 378 gathering and 373 perception, and I think it's almost identical for my botanist too. I think I open up my stats when I switch over to my botanist here in a little bit. But we are in the spot for darksteel ore. I was gonna go help that guy apparently, or pretend like I was going to. But anyways, so this is one of the more common items to farm at the higher levels. Dark steel ore is used for a lot of the higher level. Well, it's used for the dark steel items. Anyway, so we're gonna do it. I think this is the safe way to do this. So we're gonna go up here, click on the node. Hit Toil of the Mountaineer, which shows you, it reveals the node. And then, let's see, I got a 90% chance, and I believe I used the skill, to bring it up to 100%. And then I have a base of 4% that I bring up to 14 with the other skill for 100 GP. And I get just crazy lucky on this node. I ended up getting, quite a few high quality ingredients. I think this is, ironically, this is the luckiest I've ever been. So after the 5th time you mine there, I believe it's called Deep Vigor, opens up, and that'll give you 100% to gather a high quality item for the last gathering attempt. So that's why I recommend this is the way I recommend doing these nodes. You will always get, if you use those skills, you'll always get 3 high quality ore for the very last attempt. You're not always going to get as crazy lucky as I did there, but like I said, you'll at least get 1. And then I actually teleported over to the Hawthorne Hut to go gather the crawler cocoon. So that's the other higher level item. I think that's most commonly gathered. You use pretty large quantities for weavers anyway. And here I was actually not gathering. I was lagging really bad here because I was trying to upload a video, and I think I was trying to convert another one, and it just wasn't a good idea. So I was super laggy, but that's okay. It turned out alright. Let's get the map open there. Trying to show you guys exactly where you go for the next spot. And we hit Truth of the Forests. You don't necessarily need to hit Truth of the Mountains there. We're not really looking for spots to mine, but here we want to gather at this unspoiled, lush vegetation patch. And I actually did, I filmed this all right together, so I actually gathered on my miner first, and that's why my GP is a little low. I like to have 500 when I'm gonna gather these, just so that I've got enough for in this instance it'll be Toil of the Pioneer. That's what reveals the node, and then I forget the other ones. One of them is Leaf Turn. I think that's the increases chances to gather high quality items by 10%. And then I can't remember the other one. The other one's the other 100 GP skill that brings the gathering rate up by. It actually brings the rate up by 15%, but I always start with my gear. I start at 90%, so it's kind of overkill, but you don't really have a whole lot. You've only got so many options for using your GP at these nodes. I will get into riskier way, I guess I would say, to gather at these nodes, but I don't prefer that way. But I will show it anyway, just to get some info out there. So there we just got field mastery. That's the other 100 GP skill that brings up your gathering rate. So you do have to have a minimum amount of perception. It looks like it's 320 to gather a high quality item here. So if you're below that, you're not gonna even be able to gather a high quality item. So here at this node, I didn't get as lucky with the 14% chance, but I did get a high quality there, and then I hit. I forget what that skill is. You have to chain. You have to have 5 successful. Keyword here being 5 successful gathers for that buff, the buff to pop up. Where for your last gathering attempt, it's 100%. In my opinion, again, I like to be at 100% for all of my gathering attempts, and in my opinion, that's the best way to do it. You can kind of gamble, roll the dice, and try it at 90% if you want, and use your GP on other things. But I didn't find that it was really worth it. So here we teleported to Revenant's Toll. I'm going to show you the spot for gathering clusters. And yeah, it was really laggy here too. You see my character didn't even load in for a while. So yes, this is where actually all of the clusters are located at for miners and botany. So we're gonna cruise out there and take a look. I'm gonna use. I think I actually switched to miner, and then I used Toil of the Pioneer just to open up the node, just so you guys can see all the different clusters and their positions. If you want, I can actually I'll provide a link to one of the tables I've found that's really good. It's great for all the information on where the nodes are at and the times that you want to go. That's the other thing I want to add. I always have my clock set to 8 hours a time because I do so much gathering. It's up at the top right hand corner. If you just click that, if you click the time, it'll switch. I believe it's server time. Actually it's probably like your local time, then it's server time, then it's 8 hours a time. So just click it a couple times and yeah, it'll change. And like I said, so all these nodes are on the 8 hours a time frame. So you wanna be synced up to that. It's probably the easiest way to figure out what time to be where. So we're gonna gather at this, and actually I don't switch to miner like I thought. I stayed botany. So Toil of the Pioneer there, and it opened up the node. Just hit field mastery to get the nodes better, the chance up to 100%. I started at 95. So like I said, I like to bring them all up to 100% chance. There's nothing like trying for crawler cocoons or darksteel ore and then having your chain fail midway through and then not getting the 100% chance on the last gathering attempt. That's it's not very efficient, obviously. So I just gather a couple clusters here. There's I'll show you guys the more efficient way to gather clusters. That'll be at the end of the video. You can use your buffs depending on what you've leveled, but here we are actually in Camp Drybone. I'm going to show you, like I said, the kind of riskier way to gather. If you like to roll the dice a little bit, go right ahead. It's not the way I recommend doing it. I don't personally like to do it this way, but figured I'd show you anyway, just for the heck of it. Here is where you gather, this is Burgundy Falls, this is where you gather gold. Is it gold ore? I think it's gold ore, yeah. And you can turn those into gold nuggets, but, so here's what I do for this particular node. The key thing to know here is, you have to know where the gold ore is actually at, and for this one it looks like it's in is it the 5th spot, I think? 2, 4, 5, no, 6 spots, sorry. When you mine it the first time, that just opens it up. It just kind of like locates it, so you actually don't get anything for the first time you gather, and thus you actually won't be able to use your 100% quality. But what I did here was I hit the 100 GP skill to bring my rate up to 100%, and then I hit the other buff that's 300 GP to bring up my chance to get high quality items up by 30%. So I was at a 34% chance to gather high quality items there, but the thing you gotta remember is you only actually get 5 attempts on it, and as you can see there, I actually only got one high quality item, so that didn't turn out so well. I think you know, like I said, if you like to gamble a little more, go right ahead, but this is the more efficient way to gather clusters. So if you've got one particular cluster that you know you want to gather, here's the way to do it. And I opened up the lightning cluster there, and then I hit my Bayergot's Ward, I believe is the name of that, and it increases your yield by 2. So for every time you hack at this thing, you're gonna get 3 clusters. Alright guys, that is all for my high level mining guide. Go ahead, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.